An inevitable question from me, but my AI is learning from what people say and is therefore gathering data from others and reusing it. So there are questions concerning the right to do that, obviously. Right. There are also questions to do with potentially saying inappropriate things to other people because the AI doesn't fully understand what they were talking about, and maybe a parent or something might say to, you said this, your program said this to my son, and then he did that, or whatever. What's your view on that area?
Well, and I assume for the purpose of this hypothetical or situation that it's resident on your site?
Yeah,
okay.
It's based in the UK, as it happens. But
right. Well, there you can protect yourself, or should protect yourself with the terms and conditions on your site, and you know that's your first line.
I have a clear disclaimer very deliberately on my site.
Yeah, I mean that's the best way to do it, depending on you know I assume it's not dispensing professional advice. Is it? Do you have limits on the age of the people that can be participating?
No, because it's open to the public. It doesn't have a sign up here or anything like that.
Well,
however, it does filter enormously, as I mentioned to you.
Yeah.
And therefore, one of the things it filters on is the kinds of things that the youngest people are going to say.
Yeah. I mean, in this country, I can tell you, there's something called the COPPA, Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, and it puts a premium on precluding kids under 13 from participation or use of a site. Because if you are letting kids under 13 participate, then there's a whole raft of disclosure obligations and exposure. Second Life, as many probably know, has a teen grid. I represent a number of companies that are selling online education services and things like that. And the teen grid is 13 to 17, right? And then the main grid is 18 and up. And there, because if anybody here has spent any time in the main grid, I mean, there's all sorts of holy hell. And I'm a broad-minded guy, but I mean, it's like a cesspool of depravity in there. It really is. I mean, any kind of kink or perversion you want, there, and that's why there's no way they're letting kids.
No. Well, I'm lucky in that, unlike a chat environment in which you're dealing with real people, you can be controlled enormously more.
Right.
But it's still not perfect. There's still a small probability that someone will misinterpret what it says, or it will misinterpret what they say and say the wrong thing.
Well, Chatbots just called me up quick. We were chatting with Chatbot yesterday at entertaining, and he called me. He said, "You sound like a pig."
So we'll get a libel suit. We'll be working on that.
Just running right here, right now.
I take it your interaction is going one-on-one in a non-public forum.
Yeah, it's not public. Yeah,
okay.
Having a personal.
So that would preclude a defamation, slander, because there's an element of publication that needs to be there for that kind of tort. You would be on the hook potentially, I guess, for intentional infliction of emotional distress or negligent infliction of emotional distress, but that's really. Most such claims are unsuccessful. Doesn't mean it won't cost you a boatload of money to defend them. So I mean, I would get your users to agree basically that no matter what happens, they're going to disclaim any and all claims. They're going to release you. I mean, there's things you can put on your site to get a release of claims and a disclaimer of liability. I'm getting the hook here.
That was a great talk. Thank you so much.
He'll be at the dinner.
Frank will be joining us for dinner. So